Hey, Nathan here from PH Studios, and welcome back to another tower defense game tutorial. And this is going to be a very quick tutorial. We're going to discuss the pause screen. And the way we're going to set this up is that we need to actually get the play screen going before we do that. So we will set up the pause screen, and the pause screen is basically going to be the same thing as the main menu screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy everything in the main menu screen and paste it into the pause screen and make some slight modifications, and that'll be it for the pause screen. So the way that the main menu screen works is that we have play, options, help, and quit. The pause screen is basically going to be resume, options, help, and quit. So that's pretty much going to be the only change, is that instead of play, we will resume playing. So I'm going to go ahead and copy all the using statements from main menu screen and paste them in the pause screen. I'm going to go back to the main menu screen, and I'm going to copy the entire class. So I'm going to copy everything in the class, including the class, the public class main menu screen. And I'm going to go to the pause screen, and I'm going to delete that class. I'm going to paste what I copied in this file. Now I'm going to go to the very top and change the class name to PauseScreen. And then I'm going to change the constructor to PauseScreen. I'm going to change the main menu entry play to pause. Okay, now in the initialize screen, let me get this out of your way. We have where we set up our new main menu entries. Let's just change play to resume. I'm sorry, name the main menu entry as resume instead of pause. Okay, so now we set resume, main menu entry, and then we have resume. And then for the description, let's just say continue playing the game. Okay, so now we scroll down a little bit and we see play.selected. Change that to resume.selected and change the method name from playSelect to resumeSelect. And then main menu entries .add play, change that to .add resume. Okay. So now we have void play select. Let's change that to resume select. And what that is going to do is when we pause the screen, we want to, the way that it will work is that we're playing the game, then we will pause the game, and then we'll get this menu that we can interact with. Now the game's still existing in the code. It's in memory. The screen's frozen. It's not being drawn anymore. So we need to gather that information whenever we pause the game. We need to determine what has paused the game. So let's scroll up to the very top, and where we have main menu entries, let's add a few new fields up here. So after the main menu entries, after we set up those objects, let's create a few new fields for game screen. And let's call this screen before. And then session. Okay, so now in the constructor, we have public pause screen, opening and closing parentheses. Inside those parentheses, let's add game screen before, comma, session S. And then at the very end of that constructor where we have normal is equal to new color, let's add 2 new lines. Screen before is equal to before, and session is equal to S. So we're just setting up those sessions and screen before objects to what we passed in the constructor. Okay. Now when we do resume.select, this resume select, let's just exit the screen. Okay. Now that's all we need to do. We're not going to throw in a new screen. We're going to exit the pause screen. We're done with the pause screen. Now options, we do the same thing. We freeze the screen and then we add the new options screen. Help, we do the same thing. When we quit, we want to quit the game. We're done playing the game. We pause, we quit, we're done. Now, this is an event that is thrown whenever the screen is removing. And I'm going to rename this to delete main menu, change that to pause screen. Now, to the right of removing, you'll see this little box here. If you hover over that, I will select rename main menu removing to pause screen removing. So I'm going to rename that method, and then I'm going to add 2 new lines in here. So we're going to clear out the menu entries. We're going to set the screen before dot activate screen. We're going to reactivate the screen, and we're going to resume the session. The session will be paused, so we're gonna have to resume our session. Okay, that looks like pretty much it for the pause screen. This will be demonstrated whenever the play screen is all set up and ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to actually skip that one for the next tutorial and do the video intro screen, and then we're going to save the play screen for last. Since after we do the play screen, I'm going to discuss the XML, and then the last tutorial I'm going to, I'll discuss how you set up the XML, but you don't want to sit in here and listen to me make 20 or 30 XML files. So I'm going to discuss how you properly create the XML files for your content. And then for the last tutorial, I'm going to give you everything, all the XML and everything that you'll need in a downloadable format. And then we'll test everything out and do some tweaks if we need to. So just a few more tutorials left and we'll be good to go. So next tutorial is actually going to be a video intro screen. Then we will discuss the play screen. So I hope to see you next time.